is Chanel here and welcome back to my channel. I hope you are doing great wherever you are. So for today's video, as you can see in the title, we are going to be talking about skincare routine. I actually made one a few years ago, if I'm not wrong, 2 years ago. So obviously a lot of things have changed within the past 2 years. I've switched to another skincare line as well as tried and tested a lot of products. So before we start on this video, I'm gonna make a quick disclaimer that whatever I'm about to say and whatever I'm about to recommend might not work for your skin type, but it did work for me, and I'm going to dive a little bit more later about my skin type as well. So if you're interested in that, keep on watching. So before we start talking about products, I actually always thought that I was an oily skin type because I always had a lot of oil in my T-zone area, and I had a lot of pimples as well on my forehead. And then only years down the road, when I decided to switch from Laneige to Kiehl's, then I actually found out that I actually don't have an oily skin type. I actually have a combination skin type. So I'm not sure if the camera can pick it up today, but I actually have some dry spots on my nose, and that's usually where I get the first sign that my face is not having enough moisture, because my nose is always very sensitive to dryness. Jumping right into makeup wipes first, I actually think that the type of makeup wipes that you use for your skin is very essential to how your skin is gonna turn out. Some people like micellar water, some people like oil-based cleansing remover, some people like soap-based, but for me, I personally like makeup wipes the most. So the makeup wipes that I actually use is from this brand called Simple, and it is a UK skincare brand. So I use the one that's for sensitive skin. It's their cleansing facial wipes that removes waterproof mascara as well, and it includes no artificial perfume or color, no harsh chemicals that can upset your skin. I'm a very lazy person. I used to sleep with my makeup, which is obviously a big no-no if you don't want pimples on your face. But when you're wilding out, like clubbing or you're drinking, and then you come home and you're like drunk, I think the last thing you will want to do is to go and get your oil-based cleanser and like stand in front of your mirror and try to remove your makeup, because that is probably one of the most annoying and frustrating things you can ever do when you're drunk. And I think that makeup wipes are like your best friend when you're drunk, because all you need to do is just grab one piece and just wipe your face. And even though that's not the best way to clean your face, I think that at the very least it's like your makeup is off your face. I think they're really efficient and they're good. So I don't have much complaints about my makeup wipes and the way I remove my makeup. So going on to the first proper product we're gonna talk about my skincare routine is my cleanser. So as for cleanser, I actually use the Kiehl's, I have no idea how to pronounce the word, calendula. I'm sorry if I'm like butchering the name, but like calendula, I think. I use Kiehl's calendula skincare line. So it actually comes with the toner as well. As you can see, there's a lot of like organic ingredients. I'm not sure if it's organic, but like whole flowers. Yeah, there's a lot of like flower extract inside this, so we are gonna talk about this later. For now, we're just gonna be focusing on the cleanser first. So this is the Calendula Deep Cleansing Foaming Face Wash with Calendula Flower Extract for a normal to oily skin type. And because I have combination skin, so this is actually perfect for my skin as well. So there's a lot of like information here, but just to talk about it briefly, so this is more of a gel formula that activates with water to create a very creamy texture and foamy texture as well when you wash your face. So it contains calendula, flower extract and glycerin, and it helps to soothe and replenish skin without over drying. So as mentioned before, my skin is actually combination, so I have dry spots as well, so it's very important that my cleansing wash don't actually dry out my skin, because the reason why my face gets really oily is because it's dry from the first place. So this is actually perfect. So after cleaning my face, I actually will reach for my Calendula Herbal Extract Toner that's alcohol free, made with whole flowers and pure extract for a normal to oily skin type. So as mentioned before, this is actually a collection with the cleanser as well. So as you can see, it's a huge bottle. It's the size of my face, and I think that is one of my favorite parts about Kiehl's products as well, is that it's such a huge bottle. It's like so big, so you actually don't need to like worry about running out very fast because it's such a huge bottle. So you just need to like use it like sparingly. This toner is formulated with select herbal extracts to gently cleanse and soothe normal to oily skin types without the use of alcohol or harsh synthetic drying agents. Important again, my skin is dry, so it helps to soothe and improve problem areas as well. So I actually like to use the toner with cotton pads, and that is actually what they recommend you to do as well in their directions. To moisten a cotton pad with toner and apply to skin in areas where needed, avoiding the eye area. So if you guys haven't watched my Shopee haul yet, I'll link it up above. But in the Shopee haul, I actually mentioned about switching from normal cotton pads to reusable pads. So the reusable pads are actually great for this kind of toner because it absorbs the product. But just to briefly show you guys, this is my cotton pads, more like reusable pads, but they're in here. So what I do is actually put like a small amount of toner onto these pads, and then I just wipe my face with it after cleansing my face. So it really helps soothe the skin, and I think that it helps like remove impurities that are in your skin, that is like stuck in your skin and that might not have been removed when you were cleansing your face with the cleansing wash. So I think that it's very helpful that the toner actually helps remove those impurities as well. So if you guys actually notice, right, I don't really use a lot of like extra products to help my skin because I personally believe that you can do like 10 steps in 3 steps, and it's not really about the amount of steps. It's not really about like how expensive your product is, even though Kiehl's is considered higher end. I think it's more like what works for you and what doesn't, and this skincare routine works for me. It's convenient, it's efficient, and it helps maintain my skin in a state that I prefer to have my makeup be put on. So for my moisturizer, I actually use the Thursday Plantation tea tree face cream. So Thursday Plantation is a brand from Australia, and this tea tree face cream contains rosehip and vitamin E that helps to nourish the skin and is a non-greasy formula. So as you guys can see, it's in a tub, and what I usually do is after I put the toner, I will stand in front of my fan for about like a minute for it to dry before I reach in to get the moisturizer out. So as you guys can see, I have like long nails now. So what I do is that because I have long nails, it's very hard for me to remove like the safety seal. So what I do is actually use the cap and like pull it out, but sometimes it doesn't work and I'm just left standing there frustrated. But it worked today, so yeah, that's what I do. As you guys can see, I'm barely left with any of my moisturizer because I'm running out. The reason why I don't use the moisturizer from Kiehl's is because it actually didn't work for me. So Kiehl's moisturizer is very thin and it's very like fresh as well. When I first started using it, I was like, okay, it's pretty okay, it feels pretty okay on my skin as well. But I realized that because some of my parts of my face are like more dry than the other parts of my face, right? So while it worked on like the less dry parts of my face, the more drying parts didn't work with the Kiehl's moisturizer, and that was when we decided to try the Thursday Plantation. And this is actually a brand that my sister told both my mom and I about, and we realized that it's cheap. Firstly, Thursday Plantation is considered quite cheap and it actually worked with our skin as well, and that's why we decided to switch from Kiehl's moisturizer to Thursday Plantation because it's cheaper. So obviously with the normal skincare routine, I also have things like scrubs for my face. So one of the scrubs that I've been using a lot is actually the Black Sugar Mask Wash Off from Skin Food. So Skin Food is a Korean brand, and this is actually a product that my sister bought, but obviously we share a lot of things. But this is something that I've been using at least once a week because it's a black sugar mask and it helps to like exfoliate all the impurities that are stuck inside your skin. Just gonna briefly open this up. So it looks like this inside. So I know it looks kind of gross, but the reason why it looks like that is actually because the sugar inside is actually hardened right now. So what you do is actually you take a bit and then you add water and you rub it, and then you put it on your face and you rub it even more into your skin, and it will start to melt into more of like a liquidy consistency instead of like hardened sugar. The satisfaction of feeling those sugar melt into your skin is like one of the best feeling ever. So I use this once a week because I don't believe in exfoliating your skin every day, because I feel like it starts to become a bad thing instead of a good thing, because some of the exfoliators out there tend to have a lot of like hard beads and like huge beads as well, and instead of helping you exfoliate, I think it tears your skin cells. So I think one of the perfect examples is actually Kylie Jenner's walnut scrub. A lot of people have dissed her about that before because of like how big the scrub beads were, and it just... So I'm glad that the Skin Food one is not like that. So good. So that's actually the end of my skincare routine. It's nothing much, it's nothing special, but it's more like the products that really make or break your skin, I personally feel. And I think it's very important to really trial and error as well. Some products might work for your skin and some products don't. And if you guys have any content ideas or any comments, leave them in the comment section down below. I would most definitely heed your advice if you have anything you would like to watch. But other than that, I will see you guys in the next video. So, pyong!